Much for joining the Executive Cabinet Member Portfolio for Stronger Communities. I'd like to do introductions first, please. So no particular order. I'll just go to people that I can see on the screen. So if I go to Mark.
Mark Aspin, Assistant Director for Community Safety and Housing here at Bolton Council.
Thank you. Janet.
Hi, I'm Janet Pollard, Head of Finance at Bolton Council.
Brilliant. Andrew.
Evening, Deputy Director, Corporate Resources, Bolton Council.
Brilliant. Councillor Ryan Bamforth.
Good evening, everyone. Councillor Ryan Bamforth from Horwich North.
Thank you. Councillor Gary Vivers.
Evening, everybody. Obviously, Councillor Gary Vivers from Smithills Ward. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Maureen Flitcroft.
Hi, thank you. Maureen Flitcroft, a Farnworth South Ward Councillor.
Thank you. And Councillor Les Webb joining us now as the main opposition.
Hi, Councillor Les Webb from Bradshaw and Harwood.
Brilliant. Ian, do you want just to introduce yourself?
Yes, Ian Mulholland, Deputy Democratic Services Manager. Thank you.
Brilliant. And have we got any apologies?
Haven't. No.
No problem. So if we're okay, Ian, to go for straight into the agenda items, monitoring of decisions. So I will just flick through the screens. So it's to recommend and to note the report, which it was circulated. All papers have been
It was,
circulated.
yeah. I don't think anybody's indicating they want to comment. So if you're happy to agree that's fine.
Okay, because I've minimized the screen. If there's any hands that go up, Ian, can you just nudge me? So any questions around that before we note the report? Okay, so on that basis, no hands are going up or questions. We'll note the report.
Okay,
and recommend. Okay, so agenda item 2. So what we'll do is, if that's okay, Janet, the Director of Corporate Resources Finance Report for 2023 to 2024, final outturn enclosed and circulated. If you'd like to take us through that, please.
Thank you very much. So this report is the final outturn report for the Directorate of Corporate Resources. At the end of the year, the Directorate underspent by £54,000. For this portfolio, there was an overspend of £6,000. There are no general reserves held by this directorate. Key financial findings can be found on page 3 and service-specific findings can be found on Appendix A. The executive member is asked to note the contents of the report and to make the recommendations in section 11. And I'm happy to take any questions.
Okay, so colleagues, councillors, any questions around this? Ian, I've got no indication.
I can't see anybody indicating at the moment, no. So if no, then you can go to recommendations.
Do you want me to list the recommendations, Ian, or as per papers and circulated to approve?
It's up to you how you want to do it. Yeah.
So the Executive Cabinet member, as I stated, note that the 2024 to 2025 revenue budget for corporate resources, 30,824,000. Note the 24 to 25 capital program for corporate resources, 10,747,234. Note to approve the allocated savings and efficiency options totaling 481,000 for corporate resources and 107,000 of corporate debt remodeling savings. Approve that the Director of Corporate Resources has delegated authority to the call on the required framework to support the capital programme. So I'd like to recommend and approve those decisions based on no questions, etc.
Okay.
So item number 3, if you just let me quickly flick to that, Janet, it's going to come back to yourself. So Director of Corporate Resources Budget Report 24-25, which was enclosed and circulated to colleagues. Janet, over to yourself, please. Is Janet doing that or Andrew?
Yes.
Yeah, Janet's still doing that.
Yes. Yes, there you are, Janet, you're on.
Sorry about that. So this is the strategic budget report for the Directorate of Corporate Resources for 24-25. This report is the final stage of the corporate business planning process. The Executive Cabinet member is asked to note the contents of the report and to approve the recommendations in section 10. I'm happy to take any questions.
Anybody got any questions, any indications, Ian? What's I just...
There's nobody indicating at the moment.
So my documents decided to... Oh, it's doing something, and Ian, just bear with me.
Okay.
Not allowing me to move the cursor. So I have looked at the recommendations and note to approve, and I can't read them out at this moment in time, Ian, due to the fact that the computer doesn't want me to scroll down.
Okay, if you're happy then to say that you agree the
Agree and
recommendations
recommendations
set
to
out
be
in the
approved.
report. Yeah.
Absolutely. And no further comments? Brilliant. And is there any other business, Ian?
That's it. That's everything. Those 3 items. Yes, thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. And we close the meeting down. And thank you for your participating, and have a good evening.
Thank you. I'll just stop the
Take care.
recording.
Thank you.
Just a minute.
It wants to do